Hello, beautiful people. My name is Yuri Choi. You are on my YouTube channel, and I am a performance coach for entrepreneurs and high achievers. And on this YouTube channel, I talk about all the fun things around confidence, happiness, charisma, mindfulness, mindsets, different kinds of mindsets that's really going to help you grow into the best version of yourself. Hey, everybody that's logging in today. It's so good to see you. And so today, hi, Tommy, good to see you. Hey, you guys, so good to have you here. And today, what I wanted to do is go through some tips, really focusing on how to love yourself better. I'm doing really great. Hi, Peter. Yes, you're here like 5 weeks in a row now. That's incredible. You came from the bubble cult. Actually, I'm going to have another meditation for you guys. Hey, you guys, by the way, if you're just logging on here, I'm here every Monday Pacific time, around this time, 9 p.m. Pacific time. So feel free to hop on here every week, as well as put on your notifications, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. I would love to create a community here, as well as continue to show up and serve and share some really powerful tips with you guys. Thank you, Simply. Good to see you all. Good to see you all. Yes. So let's talk about this for a second. Let's talk about this concept of self-love and why that's so important. Hi, Aditha. Good to see you here. So here's the thing. Well, what comes up for you guys? If you're watching this on replay, or if you're watching this right now on the chat, go ahead and type in, when you think of self-love, what comes up for you? What questions do you have? What are some challenges, or what are some things that works or doesn't work for you? I'm just kind of curious to see, why. I know a lot of people asked about this particular topic. I know why, and I know why I'm going to talk about it, and I want to see what comes up for you guys today. So if you have a piece of paper, go ahead and journal about it. Go ahead and write down a few things, or if you're on the chat live right now, feel free to type in the chat. Thank you, Peter. So, okay, so I'm hearing people say, I love myself, I just don't like the way I look. Okay, how do you practice self-love, but also strive for improvement? Self-love is something you love to enjoy and put yourself first before you love others. These are really, really powerful answers. And today, I'm going to go through 10 tips, 10 tips on how to love yourself better today. Yes, I can't wait to see what I create next on my calendar. Oh, Ocean A, that's so good. I know that I talked about that on one of my other videos. It's amazing. You're already practically using that, right? So this is one thing, you guys. First of all, I invite you guys to write these down if you'd like, and really take a moment to digest the information that I'm giving you, because it's one thing to just hear it and let it go. But if you even pick up 1, 2, or 3 things and actually apply it directly into your life, you're going to actually start to see these changes happen directly in your life as well. Hi, Gemma. Good to see you. Transform yourself. Simple. Yes. Okay, so let's talk about this. So why is self-love important? Well, first of all, one thing that on the physical level, we get to think about the fact that we only get one body. We only get one set of organs. We only get one brain. We only get this one physical body for this particular lifetime. So on the physical level, it's so important that we honor our bodies, we honor ourselves. And also, when you show up as a version of yourself that is really loved and that pours yourself love, and by the way, you might be thinking love has to come from everywhere else, but true love and the amount of love you're actually willing to accept that's coming your way, which is abundant, that actually is directly correlated to how much you love yourself. Okay, artists, even as a 30-year-old gentleman, I learned people will like you better if you love you for who you are. Yes, because these people can only love you as much as you love yourself, or only you're going to have the capacity to see that and receive that. So no matter how much love there is out there, it's going to be really hard. I've been actually thinking about self-love a lot recently, Neuron. Okay, great. Yeah, I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Hirini. Great to see you. And by the way, you guys, feel free to share this video. Feel free to share my channel or any of the videos so that, we can help more people on this platform. That's really the reason I show up here. Oh, by the way, you guys, this is kind of off topic, and I will definitely go into the tips right away. I do have a fundraiser that I started, and some of you guys who's coming from Psych to Go, you know about this. I started a fundraiser with my mastermind group. I have a mastermind called Rise Together Mastermind for high-level entrepreneurs and high achievers. And one day we got together to do a full-on mastermind. And we actually decided to play into leadership and actually use the leadership skills and communication skills, the mindsets that we've been working on so that we can actually raise funds for India. So as a lot of you guys know, there is a huge crisis going on in India right now. And as a global community, this is a great time for us to come together and really help each other. So I put that in the chat. I'll also put it in the comment or the caption below if you guys are watching this replay. And if the fundraiser is still open, which it is for the next at least another week or so. So if you guys would like to donate, it's for a good cause. It's through Give India, and it doesn't go anywhere but directly to Give India, which there's zero processing fee. So most of the funds goes directly to this cause of helping India and the crisis. Yeah. Oh, you're Indian. Okay. So yeah, I mean, again, this could have happened to any of us. So I just really feel for them. Anyways, okay, so thank you for letting me talk about that and plug that in. So if you guys would like to donate, the link is in the chat. But besides that, let's go right into this. So why is self-love so important? We just talked about the fact that self-love is important because it actually is the foundation for how much love we can experience. And, it directly impacts how we show up to the world. And this is another thing. When we're pouring ourselves self-love, we show up as a better version of ourselves. And guess what? It's not just you that benefits. It also your community, your family, your friends, everyone in your world, as well as anyone that comes across your presence and your energetic presence, right? Because would you agree, when you are pouring yourself self-love, you are just nicer to everyone. You are able to get along with people better. You're more present and all of those things. So we'll talk about all of that. Hey, you guys, good to see you. Hey, Tommy, miss you. He's one of my former clients, and he's amazing. Okay. So I know we talked a lot about self-love in my coaching as well. And this is actually something that comes up often in my coaching with high achievers and entrepreneurs, because oftentimes these are people so busy, they're doing everything but taking care of themselves. So this is something that we hyper focus on sometimes. Even for myself, like I was really I just had a really busy week last week. Very grateful for it. And though I was exhausted. So last night I went to bed at 8 or 9, super early, which is really early for me. And for me, that was a way to pour myself self-love. I did wake up at 4:30 in the morning today, so I had to go to bed really early, but it just felt so good to get that intentional rest. So it can look in different ways. However, I'm going to go into more of specific ways that you can also, actually sleeping is a great one, but specific ways that you can really start to love yourself even more. So number one, this is actually something I've been thinking about a lot today. And it's saying your powerful no's and saying your powerful yeses. So powerfully saying no's and powerfully saying yes. And if I get to say this, you get to follow your body F yes or body F no. Now, if you say, so I read this really cool quote today, and I want to share that with you. If we don't say yes authentically, we say yes resentfully, and that leads to more problems than if we had just said no in the first place. How true is this? A quote by Nat Liu. How true is that, you guys? How many times in your life have you ever said yes when you were oh no, I actually mean no, but I feel guilty, or I feel like I should be a certain way. I feel like I should do this. and you find yourself saying yes, right? Has that ever happened to you? So this is really going back to the conversation of boundaries, really honoring the boundaries. And the truth is, our bodies already know typically. Like, I know when I want to say no and I say yes, my body's like, ooh, why are you saying that? That feels so out of alignment. That feels so inauthentic. Yuri, why are you saying that? And then really, this is where these are the very fine moments that you're going to go into people pleasing mode versus self pleasing mode, self love mode, right? This just happened on Mother's Day. Yeah. So many times. So, someone just said, yes, I'm so bad at saying no to people. And let's talk about that. Why is it so hard for you guys to say no to people? I'm curious. If you're live on the chat, I would love to hear from you. Okay. So I said no ultimately, but I felt guilty afterwards. And here's the thing, guilt. So all emotions, by the way, you guys, is an energetic vibration. It's an energetic frequency. I can tell you guilt and shame are some of the lowest vibrational frequencies. Now, what I'm hearing you say is you said no, but ultimately I felt guilty. That guilt doesn't come from you saying no. That guilt comes from you feeling like putting yourself first is not important. So it makes you feel bad. But if you get to make a stand for you, if you get to make a stand for your worthiness before anything else, because truly when you show up better for the world, you actually are a better human to everyone in your life, right? Because you care too much what people think of me. So in those moments, come back to how you think of you before anyone else. Can you authentically be so true to yourself and what your heart desires, what your soul desires, what your body needs, so that, sure, caring about other people may come up, but can you focus on how you feel about you as a priority? So saying no and saying yes powerfully. But here's the thing, you guys. Not only does saying yes when you want to say no, or saying no when you want to say yes, diminish each other, but it actually diminishes the liveliness that you get to feel, right? How many times when I say no, I feel like I am selfish? And I'm going to give you, I feel like this word selfish has a very negative connotation. And I want to remind you that there is a way that you get to be consciously selfish. And what does consciously selfish mean? You're not just, you're not just saying no because you want to be passive aggressive or you have an intention to hurt somebody, but you're genuinely saying no to things simply because no other reason, but because you just really want to take care of yourself. Exactly. Yeah, being selfish isn't bad. And now how do we get in tune though? Here's the thing, it's not that people do this consciously, meaning like they're not like, oh, I don't want to care about myself, I don't want to care about my body, so this isn't happening. A lot of times this happens because we're actually simply unaware of what our body needs, what our soul needs, what our heart needs, what our mind needs, like all of these layers of us. And that really comes from slowing down and like doing a self-diagnosis, kind of like going to the doctor, but like for yourself, like do a self-reflection. So number 2 is to stay mindful and aware of your own being. And that can only happen, like I said, by being powerfully present to you. How do I do this? I invite you to write this down. I'm going to just highlight 4 different kinds of layers to getting attuned to attuned to who we are and where we're at today. And I invite you to write this down in the chat if you would like. There's mind. Check in for a second, you guys. See what's going on in your mind right now. What's going on up there? Ask yourself, what is going on in my mind? If I had to describe my mind state, to somebody right now, what would I say about it? And I will be honest with you, right before, like a couple hours before this, my mind was going, it was just going fast. I had so much to do and blah, 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 and all these chatter and like, it was trying to make my body move faster than I can like breathe. And I was like, oh my gosh, my mind is going like, 500 million miles per hour. I need to slow down. So guess what I did? I did exactly what my mind didn't want to do, which was slow down. I just meditated for like 30 minutes before this. That was my third meditation for today because I just found myself doing this over and over again. I'm like, I get to calm my mind down. So then I can, guess what? By pouring that self-love, because of course, could I be doing other things? Sure. But I intentionally decided, okay, my mind needs some love today. So I'm going to meditate extra longer. And today now I get to show up as a way more calmer version of myself with clarity, with love, and I can pour that onto you guys. And I hope you can feel it as you watch this or listen to this wherever you are. I'm going to just check in with the chat real quick because you want to push the buttons, not cross people, then you feel guilty by not having you come first. When I say no, I feel selfish. Okay. Like I'm not powerful enough to say no. Well, that gets to be your new mantra. Then I am powerful enough to say no. And that you get to, oh, Emily, thank you. Yeah, I'm thinking about starting a podcast. So I do have a book coming out very soon. The link for the ebook as well as the paperback will be posted here soon as I create that. So that should be coming very, very soon, as soon as my team creates that. Ma'am, can you make content on how to be sure how to your career, choosing a career? Yeah, sure. So we'll talk about that in just a bit. So again, so there's 4 different layers to the mind. So I'm going through number 2, how to stay mindful. So there's mind, body, heart, and soul. Now, so I checked in with my mind right now. When I scan my mind, it feels calm right now. It feels clear. It feels sparkly. It feels spacious. That's what I feel in my body. Thank you. Thank you for blessing me with your excitement for the book that'll be coming out. It's going to be called Creating Your Own Happiness. So that's getting ready to be published very, very soon. And I'm glad you feel the love. So share with me, how is your mind today? Now, second piece is check in with your body. Maybe take a deep inhale in and exhale. How is your body today? Kind of do a little scan from head to toe. Check in with your body. And if you wanted to, by the way, I have some meditations on my channel where I do a full body scan. It's a form of a meditation. And of course, you can listen to that, or you can just do it by just checking in slowly. It doesn't have to be, a 10-minute meditation. It could be like just a minute. Just, how is my body today? Do I feel good? Do I feel ease? Do I feel is there any tension in my body? If so, what would it feel like to, move it around? And, you can even just scan it without needing to change anything. Just take a moment to scan your body. Yes, my book will be available on Amazon. Thanks for asking, Nuran. And you'll be one of the first to know because I know we're connected in many different ways. So I really appreciate you. Good morning, Bubble of Positivity. Thank you. Good morning. It's actually good afternoon here. I'm in Seoul, Korea. Okay, so the third is your heart. How is your heart today? How's your heart today? How's your heart feeling? Maybe put your hands on your heart. Did you know that we have the ability to feel emotions in our heart and memories in our heart? That's why our heart can literally hurt sometimes or feel like that physical, sensation can come through our heart. So check in with your body. How does your heart feel right now? My heart feels generally open. I think there's some like glimpses of what do I feel? Okay, my heart feels generally open. Feels at ease. So that's what I feel. Maybe you feel something else, and that's okay. There's no judgment. Even if it feels tight or blocked, that's okay. Don't judge it. Just like take a moment to look at that. And then lastly, out of the 4 layers, how does your soul feel today? Where is our soul? I don't know. You check in with your own soul. Maybe close your eyes and notice the being that is noticing the thoughts. Notice the being that is hearing these things. Notice that observer behind all the things that's going on. That is your soul. So notice that you're not the thoughts that you have. You're not the emotions that you have. You are the observer, like that background observer of all of those things. And that is your soul. Like, do you notice that layer? There's like the thoughts, then there's someone noticing the thoughts. So you can't be the thoughts, you're the being behind it. So check in with your soul. How's your soul? My soul feels playful. My soul feels connected today. My soul feels honored. So, really just taking a moment to check in with your mind, body, heart, and soul. This is also an excellent way for you to journal every morning. How's my mind today? Could be even one sentence. My mind feels busy, or my mind feels at ease. How's my body? My body feels, generally open, or whatever. Heart feels good. Soul feels connected. These simple moments of awareness can bring the places that you get to pour love. So for example, if you're like, I feel good, but I feel tired. Okay, where do you feel tired in your body? Oh, I feel tired in my neck. Okay, then maybe that's giving you a sign that you get to rest. Maybe that's giving you a sign that you get to eat healthier. Maybe you're thirsty. Maybe that's giving you a sign that you get to drink water. So becoming clear about how your body feels, how your mind, body, heart, and soul feel, you can actually give yourself the appropriate love that it desires. Does that make sense? Okay. Yes, isn't that beautiful? You just feel connected with your soul just by knowing that you're not your thoughts. Absolutely. Okay, so let's go to number 3. Drop the judgment, expectation, and competition and / comparison. So drop the judgment, expectation, comparison, and competition. Because none of those things is going to bring you more self-love. Even if you're judging yourself and you're like, oh, I'm better than somebody else, that actually isn't a form of self-love. Because now you have an opportunity. If something, changes, now you're actually putting yourself into a place you can also feel inferior. But if, having superiority or inferiority is never even a thing, you're never going to have to feel like you have to compete with other people and put that judgment on yourself. Drop the judgment, drop the comparison, drop the expectation, and drop the competition. Stay where you are. Surrender into where you are today without having any, judgment about what that means. When you look at art, I mean, for the most part, maybe there are some hypercritics out there, but when I look at art, I don't go, oh, that art piece is better than that one. I don't typically do. I might say, I like that today better than this one, but it doesn't mean that one is better than another. In fact, it's hard to say any art is better than another because they're just all different expressions of, from different humans. Just like that, every human is an art piece. Imagine that you're just looking at everyone doing different things as a piece of art, as you would look at and admire art at a museum. You're not trying to compare. You're not trying to make one good or bad. You're just really just noticing and appreciating the beauty in each human. And when you're in that practice, you absolutely don't have time to compare yourself or judge others. And guess what? That frees up so much space in our heart, in our mind, and you can come back to self-love. Cool. It is a beautiful analogy. Okay, yeah, I'm glad that's landing for you. Great advice on comparison, competition. I struggle with that. Okay. Number 4 is forgive yourself, ... faster. A lot of us end up forgiving ourselves over time, but can you also close down the period that you stay angry at yourself? I think a lot of you guys have seen this. So there's a video, how to forgive yourself on one of my videos, and it's the Ho'oponopono prayer, and it's a really powerful exercise. I literally think I had 200 or 200 people commenting like they were crying, they were releasing these emotions. So definitely check that out. But really to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. And this really just means that you're giving yourself the grace to be human. You're acknowledging the humanness in you. You're not a robot. You're not actually supposed to be perfect. You're actually supposed to screw up. That's okay. That's a part of the journey. So forgive yourself. Forgive yourself and learn from it and move on so that you don't have to carry this deeper resentment or guilt or shame for your own being, allowing yourself to love yourself even more. Cool. Is that landing for you guys? Oh yeah, Tommy, it took you a while. In comparison. Okay. Amazing. So how are you guys doing? If you guys are in the live chat right now, I would love to hear from you. What is landing for you? What's been most powerful for you? And I'm going to continue while you guys are typing that in. Or is there anything I can expand for you guys? Would love to know. Can you kind of make a separate session for the fans of the 4 agreements prayer for love, like your own video? That was so helpful. Okay, amazing. Yeah, I would love that. I'm kind of curious. Do you mean like a separate self-love video, like a variation of the 4 agreements? If that's the case, let me know. Okay, so let's go on to number 5. This is so simple, but I know a lot of people still struggle with this, which is drop the negative thinking loops. Drop the negative thinking loops. And so I say loops intentionally because it's literally a loop. You think of something and you go into the cycle. And you think of something that happened, and then you immediately start to feel bad. You immediately start to feel bad about it. So when you start to do that, did you know negative thinking is just as destructive as any kind of addiction, drug addiction, or alcohol, like any kind of addiction that's really destructive? Negative thinking is equally poisonous. Thank you. So drop the negative thinking. Now, how do you do that? I mean, that's a whole different topic, and I can totally make a different video about it. But just to, first step is to really become aware. And one of the things I mentioned before is to notice that you are not your thoughts. You're not your negative thinking thoughts. You actually have many voices in your head. So if there's a mic, yes, this is a unicorn pen. I'm aware of that, but if this was a mic, imagine that you're taking that microphone from the negative thinking voice and put it into somewhere else. Give someone else a voice in your mind. Maybe the one that says, but maybe you are good enough. Or that says, maybe it's okay that you're human. Or that says, maybe you are kind of awesome. Or maybe that says, you are pretty beautiful. Because we do have those voices too. We just decide not to give enough attention to those voices. And here's the thing, where our focus goes, the energy grows. So if we are focusing on those negative thoughts, it's going to grow, and it's going to have its own, it's going to have its own, little real estate in your mind. It's going to come back over and over again. So take that microphone from the negative thinking voice and give it to somebody else, or something else in your mind, and really drop that negative thinking. And come back, remind yourself. And this is something I've talked about before. Notice when you're going into a negative thinking loop, notice that you're actually asking yourself extremely disempowering questions. So it might be saying, why am I so stupid? Why did I do that again? How can I do that again, right? All these negative these disempowering questions is what happens right before the negative thinking loops. So one of the ways that you can drop that is also to notice that you can actually start asking more empowering questions that's going to lead you into more of an empowered state. So if you ask yourself questions like, why am I so awesome? How am I so good at this? Right? How can it be so amazing? When you ask yourself questions that, yes, it's kind of silly, but guess what? It puts a smile on your face, and there's no way that you can actually answer those questions and feel worse about yourself. But a lot of times you're asking questions about yourself that are actually, no matter how you answer it, it's not going to feel good. If you're asking yourself, why am I so stupid? Guess what? Your brain's going to go into this, mode of, okay, Yuri's asking this question, and brain's only job is to find the answers. That's like the only thing our brain is supposed to do. It loves finding answers for us. So it's going to be like, okay, let's find a reason. Let's give her evidence why she's so stupid, why she's so dumb, because she wants to know. And that's our only job. So if you give brain a different project, like, hey, find out why I'm awesome. Why am I so awesome? Then your brain's going to go, wait, Yuri wants to know why she's so awesome. Let's find all the evidence in her life that supports this, because, this is what she wants to do. This is what she inputted. And our only job is to answer questions. So you get to ask better questions, which is going to lead to better self-talk. Is that landing for you guys? Is that making sense? Okay, cool. The next one is also rather, simple to say, but I know it's easier said than done. Yes. Yeah, I will post this live as well, which is to let go of your past. Let go of your past. Past has already happened. And past, therefore, in our planet, maybe there's some other planet out there that you can go back to different timelines. I don't know. But for now, what we know about this planet is that time is linear. So, therefore, thinking about the past, trying to control the past, trying to change the past, or trying to worry about the past is literally just not helpful. Sure, are there certain ways that we can reflect and utilize that to leverage towards the best version of ourselves and our growth? Yes. But I'm talking about those moments where you think about the past in a negative way and you're getting angry with yourself again. You're getting, guilty of yourself again. You're getting ashamed of yourself again. Notice that when you start to go into these loops of thinking about the past, you're stressed about something that you absolutely cannot control. And so it leaves you feeling cornered. Instead, you can start to look at the present moment. You can reflect on the past so that you can come back to the present moment and then decide, what do you want to create in the future? What do you want to create in the future? Direct your attention back to the creator that you are, and you get to start to create the future, which, by the way, you have 100% control over. How cool is that? Time is an illusion. Yeah, that's a whole different conversation, Wolf. Yes. So is that making sense for you guys? What is something that you can commit to dropping from your past today? So if you are watching this, feel free to comment below. If you're on the live chat, put in the chat, what are you willing to let go of from your past right now, today, and leave it behind. Leave it behind on this video. Leave it behind on this chat for good. And we get to start to just really focus on the possibilities and what we can create from here. Would be curious to know. Okay, so the next one, number 7, be your own parent and the biggest fan for your own inner child. And this is actually, funny because, not only just like on the mindset wise, but like quite literally, imagine that you are like a little baby inside and that you have a parent. And if you're not going to bed till like 4 a.m, you probably, if you were a parent, you probably tell that child to go to bed, not because you don't love them, but because you love them, because you care for their well-being. You want them to get rest. You want them to take care of their bodies and be healthy. But a lot of times we get into this idea like, oh, I have to finish this. I'm creative right now. I don't want to sleep or do something else. We do the opposite of what we would tell our own kids to do if we had one. So be your own parent. Like if you were your own parent to your inner child right now, what would you tell yourself? And this applies to other things as well. Some of my high achievers and entrepreneurs out there who might be really, really hard on yourself, you probably wouldn't say those things to your child, at least consciously. You wouldn't be like, oh, why didn't you do better? Oh, how could you do this? How stupid are you? Like you probably wouldn't want to say that to your own child. So why would you say those things to your own inner child? So you get to actually show up parenting your own inner child and being your biggest freaking fan. You get to be the president. You get to be the number 1 fan in the fan club of yourself. Because guess what? If you don't believe in you that way, why would anyone else? If you aren't like excited about you, why would anyone else be? Show them that you are worth getting excited for. You are worth taking care of. You are worth, all the good things. And guess what? They're going to treat you the way that you treat yourself. People are really just simply mirroring how you're treating yourself, by the way. So, the next one is have fun. Having fun gets to be one of your top priorities, and be playful. And this is a great way to love yourself because there's a part of us. And I don't care if you're 10, 20, 30, 40, 100. There's a part of us that just loves to play. A lot of times, especially when we get older in our physical body, we start to diminish. We try to suppress like our need for joy and fun sometimes. And in that, our inner child, our soul starts to feel really trapped, and it just doesn't feel good. So when you start to do that, guess what? You don't feel as good. And then you start to feel stressed, and you start to feel, overwhelmed. And all of these symptoms come up. So have fun in each moment as much as possible. I don't care if you're in a serious meeting. I don't care if you're, going on a date. I don't care if you are having a conversation. Of course, I'm not saying like, you don't have to put in a joke, insert a joke everywhere you go, but like bring that playful spirit and, find ways to have fun. Of course, with good intentions, without putting anyone down, but like really just have fun, be playful about life. This is why I have a freaking unicorn pen. I mean, it's random. I coach some very successful, amazing, high achievers and entrepreneurs and everyone in between. And guess what? This is my reminder that I still get to have fun. Thank you. Thank you, Fred. Okay, so is that making sense? Hey, Ricky, good to see you. What is fun, though? I mean, this is kind of fun. Are you guys having fun? I hope you're learning as well as having fun, connecting with other people. Okay, so next one is meditate. Oh my gosh, like I said before, meditating is such a beautiful form of self-love because it calms down our nervous system. It clears our mind. Like we talked about those 4 layers. It's good for all 4 of those. Our mind clears up. Our body feels less stressed. It feels at ease. Our heart starts to open. Our soul is fulfilled. Oh my gosh, what a medicine it is, right? What medicine it is to meditate. Studies have shown that this actually starts to change the way that you get stressed in your brain. It starts to change how you look at the world. And I can tell you from, my personal experience, this is so true. I literally call it like the meditation glow. After I meditate and I do yoga, like there's a certain glow about me. And it's because I'm genuinely like pouring that self-love onto myself. And so, like I said before, I don't know if you guys were here before, but, I was, yes, Terry, love yourself, have fun and meditation. I was like kind of like going into this, fast, like racing mind this morning for some reason. I was like, oh, I have so much to do, all this chatter. And so I meditated like a total of like an hour and a half today. I think I did like 3 different meditations, like 30 minutes each. And then I did yoga. And guess what? Like I feel so good again. And this is really going back to the point of when you pour yourself love, you're actually showing love for everyone else as well. Because guess what? I don't think I could have, shown up like I am right now with this unconditional love and the radiance I bring here if I hadn't done that for myself. But this is true everywhere else too. How often do we, because we haven't taken care of ourselves on a very basic level, our mind, body, soul, and heart, we show up not as our best selves. Have you ever been snappy at somebody because you didn't get enough sleep, or because you had so much going on in your head, or because you had pain, or you were, hurting somewhere on your physical body, right? So when we can actually pour ourselves love, people can see that it's easier to be around you. It's actually fun to be around you. They want to be around you and they want to love you because you love yourself. Okay, time for me to enjoy the waves hitting the stone and boulder. Okay. Thanks, Fred. Thanks for dropping by. Okay, you guys, so how are you guys doing out there? By the way, if you guys are still on the live chat, so good to see you. Would love to know where are you guys logging in from and what are you picking up so far? And I'm going to go into our last thing here. yes, my videos on meditation have helped you. Amazing. I'll be creating more thank you, Fred. I'll be creating more meditations. I'm glad that they were helpful. And this is actually kind of funny. Sometimes I listen to my own meditation. Well, sometimes, I want to test out and see, how effective it is. And it is really effective because there's one I did for sleep meditation. And it's kind of a weird concept because I'm literally falling asleep to my own voice. But the conclusion is it works because it knocks me out. Self-sufficient that way. So anyway, do check it out if you guys ever have any kind of extreme like stress or you want to fall asleep and you can't. I have a few meditation videos. There's a whole playlist on that. So yes. Sri Lanka. Oh, cool. You're from Sri Lanka, Virginia, Canada. Wow, this is so cool, you guys. It's amazing connecting with all of you guys from all over the world. Welcome. Okay, so number 10 is get clarity on who you are and get clarity on who you are and where you're headed. And where you're headed is really the best version of yourself. That's really the destination. It's not a milestone in money. It's not a milestone in, what you do, like get married, have a car. Those are not the destinations. Those are just milestones. The destination, the only destination is becoming the best version of yourself. And in fact, this is the whole theme of my book called Creating Your Own Happiness, which is my first self-help book that'll be coming out very soon. And getting clarity of where you are today and where you are headed and pouring yourself love throughout that journey. And really every day waking up being like, how can I become the best version of myself? And tweaking those little things as you go. This is a really powerful way to pour yourself self-love. And in fact, this is exactly what I do with my clients. Because if you can get clear on where you are, what's actually going on right now, and you might think but a lot of times we're not actually aware because we're not looking at like 360 view, like neutral snapshot of our life to really figure out what's going on. And when we can get clarity on that, and we are super clear on what our best version looks like, because my best version of myself could look different from your best version of yourself. And that's okay. We're supposed to have different life paths. But once you get clear on those two things, all you have to do is take yourself from where you are and continuously go towards where you're headed. And in that, you can pour yourself self-love because now you're honoring growth. Now you're actually, being happy going on that journey. And it's a really, really powerful way for you to, continuously pour yourself love. Because what other better ways to love yourself than to honor the possibilities in you, the potential in you, to really maximize your potential in the best way so that the world can see you. And really being, reflective and getting clear on that. Yes, mind if I bring some religious topic? Hinduism, Buddhism is all about the self-love, self-realization, self-control. Absolutely. In fact, I'll share this another time, but, for me, I grew up Catholic and over time, I really just started to study a lot of different religions. And I don't, it's weird. Like I really resonate with all the religions in different ways, as well as I don't know if I really attach myself in different ways. Like I love all of them and I see the benefits and the beautiful teachings in all of them in different perspectives. So absolutely. And I have huge respect for Hinduism, Buddhism, especially because it does talk about a lot of, those topics that you're talking about, self-realization, self-control. But I really believe that, all religions really, in the end, it's all about like leaning towards love, unconditional love, which is sometimes God or, whatever you want to call it. I honor that. So anyways, is that helpful, you guys? What's coming up for you guys? How am I going to be in Korea? We'll see. That's a good question. True, we are all one. Yes. So, was that helpful, you guys? So we talked about a lot of things today, right? So I'm curious, like, what really landed for you? Number one is to say your yeses and nos powerfully. Number two is to stay mindful and aware of all the different parts of your body: mind, body, heart, and soul. And you can actually check in with yourself every morning. How's my mind? How's my heart? How's my soul? And how's my body? 3 is dropping judgment, comparison, and expectations so that you can actually free yourself. Number 4 is forgiving yourself and closing down the period where you don't forgive yourself. So forgiving yourself as fast as you can. Number 5 is dropping the negative thinking loops. Number 6 is consciously letting go of the past, knowing that you have zero control over what already happened. And number 7, be your own parent and the biggest advocate, biggest fan for your own inner child. Number 8, have fun, be playful. And number 9, meditate, because it's good for you in all of those 4 levels: body, mind, soul, and heart. And number 10, get clear of who you are today, where you are today, and strive to become the best version of yourself every single day and pour yourself self-love. So those are the 10 things, you guys. And like I said, these are some of the concepts that I really incorporate deeply into my coaching. So if you guys are ever curious about my performance coaching for executives, entrepreneurs, high achievers, different professionals, let me know. I've helped many people in really, really deep, fun, powerful ways. So other than that, and if you guys want to do that, I'll go ahead and post a link in my comments so that you guys can get more information from my website at yurichoicoaching.com, as well as if you feel like you are a potential good fit for something like this. You can also book your initial consult. Besides that, you guys, I'm going to leave you guys with, and girls and ladies and anyone and everyone, anyone in between. I want to leave you guys with some really powerful affirmations for self-love. And I invite you to do this with me. Try this on with me. Okay, time for you to sleep. Goodbye, artists. So good to see you. And for you guys who are still here, Nurnanja. So thank you. So good to see you. Hi, Celine. Good to see you. Number 3 really landed for you, Neuron. That's amazing. You love yourself. You live your life at full. Yes, Aditha. Amazing. Tommy, good to see you. Okay, so glad that you guys are here. Okay, so put your hands on your heart for a second and repeat after me. I love who I am becoming. I love who I am becoming. Yes, Ocean. It's good to practice mindfulness for sure. I love who I'm becoming. Yes, Ocean. Yeah, let me know if there's any way I can help. Okay, and number 2, I love myself exactly as I am today. I love myself exactly as I am today. Number 3, I'm allowed to be a human being, not human doing, but human being. You're allowed to be your human being. And lastly, I love myself. Simple. I love myself. Thank yourself. Thank you, blank. Thank you, Yuri. Thank you, your name. Insert it there. Yes, you're allowed to be a human being. So did that land for you guys? I don't know about you guys, but that was a very, very grounded, expansive, calm, and just really, I just really felt connected to you guys and myself today. Probably because I meditated 3 times. And I hope you guys feel that shift in your body, shift in your being, shift in your mind, body, soul, and your heart today as you're watching this. And the fact that you guys are showing up for something like this and taking a full hour with me, this really is your way to fully love yourself, and that's amazing. Yes. So, yes, please, please, please share this video with your network on your social media. Feel free to post it on your Facebook, Instagram, other YouTube channels, or whatever, LinkedIn. Share this as much as you can. Because I don't know how long all these lives will be up here for everybody, which I intend to for quite a little bit, but my intention is that this gets to be out there helping people as much as possible. And so let me know if there's anyone I can help you or anything I can help you with in that realm. Other than that, oh, by the way, if you guys are here, do add me on Instagram. It's at Yuri1C. I just posted there in the live chat. I would love to connect with you guys. I post a lot of content there. Hi, Paris. Good to see you. I'm glad that you're here. And even though, yes, we're almost nearing the end, this will be on my channel for a long, long time. But it's so good to see you. Glad that you're here. Next week, you guys, I'll be here at the same time, 9 p.m. Pacific time on Monday. It's actually Tuesday here, 1 p.m. in Korea. So either way, it's the same time. And it's such an honor to be here with you guys today. I hope that was powerful. I hope you guys got something really practical and something that you can apply to your everyday life today out of this. And other than that, have a beautiful day, you guys, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Don't forget to have fun. Don't forget to meditate. Don't forget to love yourself. And if you guys are watching this, give yourself a big hug for focusing on self-love today. And that itself is, self-love. So give yourself a big hug, squeeze yourself, and feel good in who you are being today. All right, you guys. Lots of love. See you guys next week. See ya.